Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the presentation on managing foreign body aspiration during dental procedures. We will discuss the risks, identification, and intervention strategies for this emergency. Understanding the risk factors that increase the risk of aspiration, such as the patient's position and sedation level, is crucial for effective management. The risk of foreign body aspiration is higher when the patient is positioned supine or semi-upright, especially if sedation dulls the gag reflex. Objects that fall into the hypopharynx are often swallowed and usually pass harmlessly. But chest and abdominal radiographs should be obtained to rule out aspiration. Recognizing symptoms and taking immediate steps is vital to prevent complications. If an object is aspirated into the larynx, the patient may experience violent coughing and may still be able to talk and breathe if the airway is partially obstructed. Larger objects can cause complete obstruction, preventing vocalization and leading to anxiety, cyanosis, and eventually loss of consciousness. It is essential to identify the severity of the obstruction quickly. This box refers to the signs, symptoms, or a clinical presentation that occurs as a result of aspiration into the lower respiratory tract. For patients with a partially obstructed airway and an intact gag reflex, allow them to try to cough up the foreign body. If the object is not expelled, provide supplemental oxygen and transport the patient to an emergency facility for further evaluation and removal of the object via laryngoscopy or bronchoscopy. This is the flow chart, shows the management of respiratory tract foreign body aspiration in a patient undergoing dental surgery. It will be explained in detail in the next video. Here the steps are shown. For conscious patients, administer oxygen, continuously monitor the patient's vital sign, transport the patient to an emergency care facility. Bronchoscopy may be necessary to locate and remove the foreign body. Similarly, for unconscious patients, sequence of management steps are shown here. For completely obstructed but awake patient, perform abdominal thrust Heimlich maneuver until the object is expelled or the patient loses consciousness. For unconscious patients, perform abdominal thrusts with the patient in a supine position. After each set of thrusts, quickly turn the patient onto their side and perform a finger sweep to remove any object that may have been dislodged. If the patient is not exchanging air, start basic life support. This figure shows how to do abdominal thrusts on an unconscious patient who has something blocking their airway. First, place the chair in a recumbent position or lying down position. Then put the heel of your right arm on the abdomen just below the xiphoid process, keeping your elbow straight. Put your left hand over your right hand for more force. Quickly push the arms into the patient's abdomen, directing the force downward and upward. This photograph shows the correct way to do the Heimlich maneuver. The rescuer stands behind the patient and places their hands on the patient's abdomen just below the rib cage. Rescuer then quickly pulls the hand into the abdominal area to try to push any remaining air in the lungs to dislodge the obstruction from the airway. Dentists trained in laryngoscopy can use Maxillofacial forceps to remove any foreign material from the larynx, but this should not delay other critical interventions. If several attempts to relieve the obstruction fail, an emergency cricothyrotomy may be necessary to ensure the patient can breathe as explained earlier. Let's recap important points to remember. You should definitely take snapshots of these slides. It contains key information that will help you study and do well and for quick revision. Aspiration can occur during dental procedures. High risk if patient is supine or semi-upright. Sedation may dull the gag reflex. Swallowed objects often pass through the gastrointestinal tract without any issue. In case of minor aspiration, there is a violent coughing. Patient can talk and breathe. Chest and abdominal radiographs are performed. In major aspiration, there is a ineffective coughing, no vocalization, anxiety, cyanosis, or loss of consciousness. Immediate actions include abdominal thrusts and radiographs. In partially obstructed airway, encourage cuffing, provide oxygen transport for further procedure. In completely obstructed conscious patient, perform abdominal thrusts until object is expelled or patient loses consciousness. Unconscious or sedated patient, abdominal thrusts in supine position, finger sweeps, start BLS. Use laryngoscopy and McGill forceps if trained. Emergency cricothyrotomy may be necessary if other methods fail. To conclude, immediate recognition and management of foreign body aspiration during dental procedures are crucial for patient safety. Different steps are needed for partial and complete airway obstruction, and knowing when to escalate to advanced emergency procedures is the key. Proper training and preparation can prevent serious complications and save lives. Thank you. Wish you best of luck.